Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Big Phil 20 hitting you up with a new topic, a brand new topic, and I want to talk about the Chris Brown, Larry King fucking interview and Maia Campbell. This is also sort of a response to Gia TV. She doesn't allow video responses on her page with good reason, but I really agree with what she was saying, and I really agree with what you're saying, girl, and I just have to weigh in on it myself too. First of all, let's get to the fucking Chris Brown interview. Let's get to that shit. The shit was boring as fuck. There's nothing else you can say about it. The shit was fucking boring. There was nothing that, and then the media and everything hypes it up. Oh my god, the Chris Brown Larry King video. Oh my god, the Chris Brown Larry King video. The Chris Brown Larry King interview. It's gonna be there's gonna be so much spilled, so many things you haven't heard, so many this, so many that. You know, freaking headlines and the titles. A brand new side of Chris Brown you've never seen before. Shit was boring as fuck. Okay? Shit was boring as fuck. He didn't say anything that we don't already know and hasn't already not been said. You get what I'm saying? Like, only thing he kept fucking saying was, I can't talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that. I have too much respect for Rihanna to talk about that. I can't talk about that. What the fuck? This to me was the opportunity to come out and say what needed to be said, or else why the fuck have an interview in the first fucking place? I thought that if you explain your situation, explain a little bit. I mean, I know there's some things that maybe you really want to keep secret, but explain a little bit to let people know that you're not a fucking monster. Just sitting there saying I'm not a bad guy isn't gonna stop people from sitting here believing that you weren't a fucking bad guy. And then, you know, you're sitting here saying you're not a bad guy. That doesn't stop you from making me out like a fucking crackhead who's been strung out for 5 years. Did y'all see that motherfucking picture? Y'all see it from I'm not posting pictures. I'm not exploiting no shit like that. I'm not doing the exploitation thing today. I'm just venting because I think the whole shit was stupid. First of all, let's talk about your fucking publicist and your stylist putting you in a baby blue sweater with a fucking baby blue bow tie was too fucking obvious, okay? We wanted Chris Brown to like the friendly, sweet little boy next door that he did when he first came out that would never do something like that. Sorry, your reputation's already been fucking tarnished. Y'all should have put him in some type of earth tones, brown, you know, green, you know, not big bright green, but you know, brown and green, and maybe something metallic, something like that, to try and just make the mood sort of transition. Don't put him in some dope baby blue out there and be like, when people see him, they're going to, because I'm a psychology major, I know all about perception, and I know what they were trying to fucking do. I know what they're trying to fucking do. You did way too much. It's too fucking obvious. People are gonna look at that and be like, what the fuck are you wearing? It makes you look stupid. And then you bring your mama on there, your mother, and no disrespect to Mrs. Brown, I don't know, you know, no disrespect to you, but you bring your mother on there to talk about how Chris is such a good boy and how she was so shocked and she didn't know what was going on, but he's such a good boy. He is not capable of this. Nobody doesn't give a fuck what she says. No offense, once again, no disrespect to her. No disrespect to her. Nobody gives a fuck what she says. Bringing your mother on there to talk about how much of a good person you were before it happened doesn't convey any fucking thing. It doesn't convey nothing. It does nothing for the audience. Because you beat the hell out of your girlfriend. And furthermore, to sit there and compare your relationship to Romeo and Juliet. I'm sorry. I don't know how many of you guys read Romeo and Juliet, but when's the last time Romeo fucking beat the shit out of Juliet? When's the last time Romeo took Juliet and bit her ass? When did you see Juliet have bite marks? I'm recollecting at the end of the story that they killed themselves because they were so in love with each other and they were sad because one thought the other one was dead. I didn't see that they fucking killed each other. I didn't see they fucking killed each other. I didn't see that Romeo was beating the shit out of each other. So when they had to escape from everything, the media tore their relationship apart. No, honey, no. The media went in after you beat the hell out of her. I think that you beating the hell out of her tore your relationship apart. But I don't know. Some sources say they're still, I'm done weighing in on it. Some sources say they're still they're still together, even though they're court not to be. Supposedly they were in the same hotel building. Who knows? I don't give a fuck. The interview was dumb and stupid, and Larry King was asking you questions, and you kept evading the questions. There was no point of you having the fucking interview anyway. This interview, Chris Brown, does not change people's perceptions of you. The perceptions of you are going to still be the same, whether they still like you or they fucking hate your guts or they look at you differently. No one saw this interview. I don't think anybody saw this fucking interview and was like, okay, well, I understand you now, Chris Brown. No, the fuck they didn't. And people saw this interview and was like, it was a waste of my fucking life. Like, seriously, when I watched the interview and after it was over, I was like, why did I even sit here and watch this? I could have just looked it up online after it was over and just heard the same shit. Chris Brown didn't say shit about anything. You didn't say shit about shit. It was dumb. I feel bad for Larry King. I mean, other than that, Gia, I kind of disagree with you about the Larry King situation. I don't believe it's Larry King's fault because, you know, Larry King's old. Larry King's old as fuck. And Chris Brown just didn't say what the fuck he should have said. I mean, the publicity, I mean, your publicist really should have. I mean, it just really wasn't. I don't think your career is over either, Chris Brown. I agree with you on that one. I just think that it's really burnt. I think that it's damaged, like damaged fucking hair. So anyway, I'm done with the Chris Brown situation, scenario, whatever. That Maia Campbell video was fucking sad as hell. And I'm not gonna post the link. You guys can look it up or whatever. It's all over. You know, it's on the it's on Google and everything like that. Maia Campbell was a little girl. She played on In the House of LL Cool J back in the 90s. She's been a video model. She was very gorgeous. She still kind of is. She still is. But, you know, she lost her mother, I think. And she's been really strung out in drugs lately. And she was in a neighborhood. And someone recorded her having an episode. I don't know if the drugs had made her somewhat. She had a bipolar sort of, oh god, I can't think of the psychological term for it, but the drugs basically made her have a bipolar episode, and she was just wigging out and spazzing out and going off on this guy who was recording her, and he was egging her on. See, that's about who be fucking pissing me off in the hood. And I agree with you, Gia. For the people who sitting there getting the fucking kikis and the ha-has off of watching that video, fuck you. How the hell can you sit there and take someone else's trouble? Because, you know, even that Soldier Girl thing, I mean, of course, you know, we had our own profession of what happened to that Soldier Girl thing in Atlanta on the MARTA train when she was going off. But when we found that she was bipolar, you stopped talking about her because she really has genuine problems. You stopped talking shit about her. You stopped looking at the video and thinking it's funny. But how dare you sit there and they sit there and whoever she was with, that was his hood or whatever, I don't know. And y'all sat there and recorded this shit. And then was sitting there just and turning it into worldstarhiphop.com, and now it's out everywhere and people are looking at this and judging her, and it's just really fucking wrong. It's really fucking wrong. You know what, we as people are so fucked up. We are people are so fucked up. So instead of looking at her situation, you need to look at yourself. If you watch that video and you sit there and try to think that you're better than her and laugh at her and shit like that, when this girl clearly needs help. This girl clearly needs help. She needs a prayer, like Gia said. You're right. She needs a prayer and she needs someone to help her. But if you're going to look at it and laugh at it and think the shit's entertaining, think the shit's funny. You know, I read some comments where some guys say, I still hit it though, I'll get her high and hit it. It's a shame. It's a mess. So the Chris Brown video, with the Chris Brown Larry King interview was an epic fucking fail. And this Maia Campbell, or Maia, however you say it, you're right. Maia Campbell video is really wrong. And I'm just ashamed of it. It's really, really wrong.